Welcome into the Sports Buffoons podcast.
Chiefs versus Bucs, guys. This should be an interesting game, to say the least. I am actually really excited to see this game. I've been looking forward to it. I was hoping it's under better circumstance because I really wanted to see two elite teams of their respective divisions. Now, can we say the Bucs are really, respected? Yeah, I guess. But man, they've taken some hard losses as well. They had the Bears loss. They had the Rams loss last week on Monday. Am I worried about them? Not really. What am I worried about? I'm worried about their weapons they have with Brady against our defense, the way they performed, our defense did last week with the Raiders. So now I'm going to say some names to you and imagine them playing all on the same team against our secondary and our offensive line. Okay? So first off, I'm going to say Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rob Gronkowski, Cameron Brate, Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones. Man, those are some big-time names. Not to mention, Tom Brady is right there, throwing the ball to these guys. Now, we all know how Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes has gone in the past. It usually either comes down to damn near overtime, if not the last play of the game. And I think that will be the same again. I don't expect this to be a blowout by any means. The Bucs defense is stout. They are fast. They play quick. And I could see them giving the Chiefs a hard time. I could see Clyde having a hard time running the ball as well. This might be a Patrick Mahomes kind of game where Clyde gets a little bit garbage time, but for the most part, it's going to be probably a 50-yard game, and he'll probably have 15 attempts. Le'Veon Bell will probably have 5, so it might be a 20 rushing yard, but it'll be mainly a Patrick Mahomes game. So what do we got to do to win this game? That's something we got to think about here, right? So do we send Tyreek Hill? Tyreek's still going to be a huge factor in this game, by the way, guys. This is going to be huge. Tyreek Hill's have to use his speed, his cuts, his number one wide receiver, right, in the NFL, as it should be. He needs to continue to make his plays, but he has to get open this time. And he needs to be wide open. He needs to make those deep throws, and Patrick Mahomes has to get there. Now our offensive line needs to protect Patrick to give him some time. Right? I don't need to say Pat and get his mom after me. I'm good. So we have to do that. Now, we can't look down on this game by any means. We can't look past the Bucs past and say, oh, this will be an easy game. This is not going to be an easy game. This is going to be a hell of a game. Another strong game, another playoff team. Okay, so that's 2 playoff teams in a row here, capable. This is going to be a tough game, guys. I'm excited for this. Now, here's what I think on our defense-wise. We have to get to Tom Brady, and we have to get to him early and often. We need to make Tom struggle early and often, get in his head. That's what the Bears did. That's what the Rams did. And you get in his head early, you make him maybe have a turnover, maybe 2, maybe consecutive incomplete passes, 3 and outs. Get to him early. The guy's not going to catch up, right? The mentality is there. But there's that will, the want to. I think it goes away after a few struggles. Just like Aaron Rodgers, really, in the NFC. You could say that Tom Brady has turned into an NFC quarterback with this kind of way. So we have to get there. Now, I want to see corners. I want to see safeties. I want to see Matthew. I want to see these guys really blitzing and getting to Tom Brady. Tom Brady is our key right now. We get to Tom Brady. We get him early. We get Chris Jones in there. Frank Clark get free. I think Okafor is coming back, which will be really nice for that depth on the line. We're going to be sitting pretty nicely. Now, these guys don't like to run the ball very well. The only thing Ronald Jones gets is a couple lucky breaks, and he breaks out for a big yardage. That's fine. We can take a 30-yard run here and there, like 2 or 3 times a game. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. For the most part, they're going to be throwing the ball, and we know they're going to be throwing the ball. You have to be ready. You have to be sitting there with extra defenders who can cover. Ben Neiman is not that extra defender. Guess what? You got 2 guys on your bench you're using for situational base now for whatever reason. It's Juan Thornhill who was used as situational last week, which is really confusing because he plays hella well compared to Daniel Sorensen. But I love Dirty Dan. That's fine. And the Dorian O'Daniel, guys, is still on the bench. Don't forget about him. He's active every week, but he's not playing for whatever reason. He could be a true factor. Now, when he came out of college, I'm pretty sure he was a hybrid linebacker, safety, corner guy. And the guy has speed. He can read the ball really well. I don't get why we're not playing him more often. Especially a team like this where he can be really effective. Now, we do like to play him against the quarterbacks that like to run, the spies. That's fine. He did really well against Deshaun Watson. But we got to move on from Ben Neiman, guys. It's like he's great depth, but he's not a starter for this NFL team. And he shouldn't be playing as much that DOD should be playing. Now, this is going to be interesting here, but our special teams may come into play as well on this as well. Byron Pringle's out now, you remember that. And Demarcus Robinson was actually taking punt returns last week against the Raiders, and that did not look well at all. Why is Robinson out there? Why are we not using Hardman more often? Why are we not using, Tyreek? I'd take Tyreek back there. The guy, we need that spark. Our special teams is going to have to give us a spark in this game, and I feel it's either going to be butt kicker, kicking it 45 yards at the end of half, or it's going to be a return, or a huge return at least, maybe not such a touchdown, but a huge return from Hardman or even Tyreek Hill on getting that ball downfield. Now the Bucs, guys. The Bucs have some secret players. Scotty Miller's one, right? So we're going to watch out for Scotty Miller because he can come in kind of like Hunter Renfrow did for the Raiders. And he can get across on the slant and stuff like that and get open. So you got to be careful there. I think the keys of the game against the Bucs, right? We got get to Tom Brady, stuff the run early, make them throw the damn ball, and let Patrick Mahomes do his thing against this defense. I'm not thinking it's going to be a blowout, but I'm not thinking. I don't know. I'm not seeing a game within 3 or anything like that. I'm thinking it's going to be a touchdown-based game, and it could be a back-and-forth game again, like it was against the Raiders. That's fine. I'm fine with that. The Chiefs. We're not too worried about the Chiefs, right? We're not too worried about Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy. Like, we got solid guys calling, but they got Bruce Arians over there too, who isn't a bad coach by any means. I don't know why he's sitting on the record he is with the Bucs, but Tom Brady is still elite, guys. Tom Brady is, he's Tom Brady. What can I say? It's like Michael Jordan's Michael Jordan, right? So I don't know, guys. I think it's be a lot closer game than it needs to be. I think Rob Gronkowski is probably going to get some attention, but he shouldn't get a lot of attention. Mike Evans was a beast last game. I don't know if you saw that or not, but he broke like 4 tackles, getting in the end zone. Now, yeah, sure, they should have called forward. I think they should have called forward progress and stopped him, but that was pretty beastly, and it got me some fantasy points too with it. So, if they get Mike Evans the ball, he can do that kind of stuff. He hasn't been got a lot of quiet targets. He's actually been quite healthy, or getting a lot healthier throughout the year too. So if Mike Evans is at full health, Antonio Brown, we all know, is healthy physically. Let's be real. And Chris Godwin, he continues to play ball. He's kind of in and out with the injuries. They still got the weapons, and they're still going to use the weapons. And those guys, when they get the ball in their hands in open field, it's a scary thing. So we got to be ready. This is going to be, I think, a defense stop wins the game. A defensive stop wins the game. So I don't know how you guys feel. Please, give me a tweet here as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts around the Bucs preview here. Are you worried about the Bucs, or are we looking at Denver next week? Are we already past this? Are we really looking at Denver? Let's be real. Those guys aren't worrisome. So, and I hope you guys enjoy this game. I'm going to enjoy this game, and I'm really excited for it. Granted, I'll probably hear most of it over the radio, but Mitch Holtz is the god, so I ain't too worried about that. But yeah, let us know what you think about the game, and let us know what the afterwards on Twitter here. So, but that's my take on the Bucs for the day, guys.